Hi guys, welcome back. You'll notice that this is my pregnancy update. 18 weeks yet.
There's a huge white man in...
Hubby is here.
Yay.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine.
What's happening?
I looked sideways and I said hubby. People must have thought she got two hubbies.
Yeah.
One behind the
Who's
camera,
that
one
guy?
in front. No. So, 18 weeks. I'm 18 weeks on. I was 18 weeks on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, thanks everybody.
Yes.
Likes, comments,
Thank you
subscriptions.
for 16,000 subscribers.
Yes, thank
That
you.
seems
for that.
like loads to us.
That is a lot. That's a lot of subscriptions.
Yes.
Is that the right word?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much. We love you all.
We do.
This is what I was going to address. So, Tim, when he's editing, has to edit out about 1,000 breaths that I take. So, I've been very breathless in this pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably am usually, but we don't notice it because obviously we don't usually film the pregnancies.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first one we're filming, and Tim's been like, babe, why are you taking
Why are you
huge
breathing
breaths?
like a woolly mammoth?
But yeah, I've noticed that when I talk,
Sorry, I just have to take a breath.
you do get breathless in pregnancy, and
Apparently so.
I'm only 18 weeks, so boy, by the time I'm like 23, it's But yeah, so that's something that I've experienced. Next, what we wanted to share with you this week, hence why my husband is here, are our pregnancy stories.
Mhm.
So for the 4 pregnancies past, we thought we would share a little with you guys of each one. I fell pregnant with Heze when... how old was I? I can't remember anyway. Yeah, basically 6 months after we got married, because we got married, started trying straight away pretty much.
And we thought it was like, what the heck is this? 6 months until we got
Yeah, because we
pregnant.
thought we were just going to get pregnant just like that.
Yeah.
But I kind of had to learn how to get pregnant. Like, literally, I'd not tried to get pregnant before, so
Serious?
I didn't... I didn't even realise that... Maybe I'm just naive, but I didn't even realise there was like a particular one date that you had to try on.
Listen,
I
thought
didn't...
do the deed and sow the seed. That's what I thought.
But yeah, so because like it just seemed to be like we thought we was gonna get pregnant on honeymoon, and it just didn't happen.
And we were
So
like
then-
upset about that, weren't we?
Yeah, we
It
were a
was
bit like,
what the
oh,
heck?
okay. But yeah, so it's not really until I was speaking to my girlfriends about it, and they're like, girl, you gotta work out your dates.
Timing.
You've gotta like get the times right. You gotta be doing it at a particular time of the month when you're ovulating and ovulating. Potato, tomato. Yeah, so I kind of worked all that out, and then the tip top. What? Tip top? The top. What am I trying to say?
Sorry, where are we going with this?
No, wait.
I'm not really...
The top bit of advice.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she was going to say.
Was that afterwards, don't get up, because otherwise, you know, flows just straight out.
Please, no children watch this.
So yeah, basically my method was stay laying down, even put your legs up in the air afterwards, making sure everything
hilarious.
just stays. But seriously, after I did that, we got pregnant just like
Hey
that.
presto.
Hey presto.
That's the magic way,
It was
wasn't
just like,
And it has worked
that
since.
is the method. Yeah.
It has worked since.
Yeah, precisely. And then also, I think not thinking about it too much either. So kind of knowing it's the time, but then not being like, right, we've got to make sure on this date or this
Yeah,
time, you know, just
definitely.
kind of being relaxed, because being relaxed in your own self as well is important.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of learnt that with baby number 1,
Hezekiah.
which was
Who
Hezekiah.
you lot love so much. And he's very chuffed, as you can see from the other videos.
Yeah,
He says,
bless
thank
him.
you, you're far too kind. I don't know where he got that from, but... it's lovely.
Yeah, so that's how we got pregnant with Heze. And basically we found out when I was actually, some of you may or may not know, but I do singing teaching kind of on the side when I'm not doing a full-time job and not being a mother, fit in a few lessons here and there. So I was actually away with a choir doing like a workshop. I was on a workshop weekend for teachers, and I had kind of realised, oh wait, I'm late, I haven't come on. But I didn't want to find out when I was away. I was in Poland.
You? Poland, that's
Warsaw,
it.
I think.
Or Krakow. Is it Krakow?
Not Krakow.
What's it called? Not the crack house.
I got Krakow. I can't remember. I think it was Warsaw. Anyway.
She was in Poland.
I was in Poland, as I said.
Not teach me to get involved in it.
Yeah, and I was about, I can't remember how many days late I was, but usually my time of the month would come bang on the right day every month. So as soon as I was late, it was like, whoa, okay, this is different. But I didn't want to do a test or anything when I was away, so Tim came and picked me up from the station when I got back, and from
straight
Poland.
to Sainsbury's, isn't it?
Yeah.
In Lee Green.
I didn't go to Poland on the train, by the way.
No.
Anyway, yeah, so we went straight to Sainsbury's, got a pregnancy test, came home. I went to the bathroom because literally at the time we lived with Tim's parents, and I kind of got back. I was like, hi, Mum and Dad. I didn't know if I said hi or did I just go straight upstairs? I went and done the test.
You probably said
I did go and say hi, but it was kind of like we both knew we had something to go and do, but we hadn't said anything.
And Mum and Dad can talk, bless them. So it's like, yeah, hi.
Yeah. Well, I used to always like to come in, fill them in on my time away.
Which was nice, but...
Yeah, lovely. I think Dad might have even got the map out of where I was in Poland and stuff like that. So then I went up to the bathroom. Tim was like waiting upstairs because we were in the loft room.
Did I wait upstairs or did I wait on the stairs?
Maybe on the bottom step.
I thought I was on the bottom step like a cat.
And I went into the bathroom, I did the test, and obviously you have to wait a couple of minutes. And then you just
remember, because I heard, ah! And I was like...
It's like...
Like, I thought it was a bad... It didn't sound like yay, it sounded like flip.
I was just like...
So I ran downstairs, I think I even opened the toilet door and was like, are you okay?
I was like, we're pregnant, oh my gosh. And he was like, oh wow.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was really nuts.
And I think we went down and told Mum and Dad straight away. And then that evening, so that was like early evening, then later on that evening we were going out for a meal with our friends, and we went to like a Chinese buffet, eat all as much as you like. The next morning when I got back, oh my days, I felt sick as a dog, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've eaten something that was bad and I've got food poisoning, because I was literally just throwing up like violently. I was like, what is this? But then I was a bit like, called all our other friends. Is anyone else feeling ill? No, I'm fine. Tim was fine. Everyone was fine.
And this was the introduction to the world of Ella while being pregnant with morning sickness.
And it was literally the next day, as soon as I found out. Although actually, I remember when I was away in Poland, there was so much creamy food. And I remember it even makes me feel sick till now.
Anyway, at the best of times.
But I just remember, like, when we would go out to eat, I would look at the menu and be a bit like, oh, is there anything that's not creamy? Because I was feeling a bit sick then as well. Sorry.
Pause.
Pause. I've also started on my ice this week, so...
Put a lipstick all around it.
I know, sorry.
I can't.
Crunching ice in pregnancy is just like the best. I prefer, like, where I get heartburn, Gaviscon sometimes I use, but I just love ice. Just awesome. It's just so amazing.
Baby.
Yeah.
What does that make for you?
Ice,
Why are you winding up on that? It's a pregnancy update.
Anyhow, so I was feeling sick. It's an introduction to morning sickness. Like, pow, high five.
Yeah, slapping
I'm here. And then I just remember the sense of smell just was like peak.
I used to call you Wolverine.
Yeah. And
because you could smell anything from about 2 miles
we were
off.
2 floors up from the kitchen, and I could still smell what was being cooked downstairs all the time.
Like the exact ingredients and how much of the ingredients.
It was just terrible. But yeah, so that was my first experience. And then when we went into labour with Heze, so labour can just come on just like that. And I was at a Bible study, women's Bible study, on the Thursday evening. And I came home. Tim was at football because he used to go football on Thursday nights. I came home, watched a bit of TV, got a cup of tea, went to bed. Well, started trying to go sleep. But then I felt like I had wind, like I had trapped wind, and I was a bit like, oh, I think I messaged him saying, oh baby, I feel like I got really bad wind, like, oh yeah, when you get home I might need a hot water bottle or something. And then I can't remember if I'd gotten to sleep or not, but I know I'd slept a bit that night, but I just kept getting these feelings of wind coming, and I was like, why is this wind not going away? Not kind of, well, I thought, could I be going into labour? I called my mum. I was like, Mum, what does labour feel like?
She's like, I swear she was like, I can't remember.
Yeah, she was like,
sorry darling,
remember, babe.
that was back in the Stone Age. So
she's like, it's about 15, no, it must, at the time, it must have been about
15 light years ago.
15 years ago, so that she'd had a baby or something. Yeah, so she couldn't remember. But no, Eleanor might have been younger than that, but I can't remember. Anyway, so I was like,
it was, I don't remember.
Yeah, like, yeah,
maybe.
I help you out, Mum. Anyway, so I tried to go to sleep, wasn't really working. I think I slept a little bit, woke up early hours of the morning, went down, got a cup of tea, and I was like, oh, this seems to be helping a little bit. But then I kind of realised that the pain was coming and then going, and then coming and going, and I thought, do you know what? Well, I think it might be you that probably said, most times it's you that says, I think you're in labour now, babes.
It's weird that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it is usually nearly every time.
Yeah, because I'm always like, nah, I don't think this is it. I don't think this is it. And Tim's like, no, I think you are. And yeah, basically that was in the morning. Then I remember getting to the hospital about midday, and they said to me, yeah, you're in labour, you're 4 centimetres dilated, and yeah, you can stay in. And yeah, then I think Heze came at about 7 something.
Well, it was 7:16, wasn't it? It was just in time for the World Cup match. England versus, I don't know if it was Algeria. I think it was, and it was like 1-1. It was like crap. But but yeah, Heze was it. Yeah, basically, he was in time for kickoff, as he always is.
So we were privileged that one of our close friends' mums was a midwife. And
Auntie Winnie.
Don't expose it to all the people.
Auntie Winnie.
Auntie Winnie ruled, like, yeah, she was the mother of that hospital ward.
Yeah.
And we went to her hospital, and we had a big room, and it was just lovely.
And I remember the change in the other midwives when we said,
yeah,
oh, Auntie Winnie or whatever.
It's family. They were like, oh, you're Auntie Winnie's family. Okay. Is there anything
you
need?
need?
Do you guys want any drinks?
It was, it was the best thing, closest thing to private healthcare on a budget that we've ever had. So yeah, it was really sweet, and
we had me, Tim, my mum, Tim's mum, my sister Rachel, my sister Elizabeth, my sister Eleanor, my brother Andre. Andre wasn't married yet, was he? Did Emily come down there? I think she did as well.
She might have at some point.
Yeah. Tim's friend Malvin with his daughter.
Which was Auntie Winnie's boy. One of boys.
Famous Michael's brother.
Shout out Mike, Malv, Auntie Winnie, Alwyn and Betty, the Kamara family.
Yeah, and so basically there's a lot of us in the hospital when usually you're obviously only allowed like 2 people with you. So, and then your dad was there as well, my dad came down. Literally, we moved from the room where I was like just having contraction stuff into the room where I was actually going to give birth, because with Heze I had a water birth. And it was just lovely. Yeah, like it was something to look forward to. I remember wanting something sweet, so I think I got a Fanta, because when I was pregnant with Heze I was craving fizzy Fanta with lots of ice from McDonald's in Stratford.
I think that might have just been an excuse.
No, it wasn't.
To eat sugar.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you know what? I'm really craving.
So stupid.
I don't Krispy Kremes.
No, it wasn't
coming
that.
on strong. Hang on, wait.
No, but you knew it was always the Fanta, and it was from a specific McDonald's as well.
No, it was in Stratford.
Their one would be fizzy and yeah.
Yeah, this is where Ella develops conspiracy theories that some places do.
Anyway, so you've never been pregnant before, so you have no license to say. Okay, right. So
I'll give you that.
That was something I craved in pregnancy with Heze. Such an idiot. And in labour, I was like, oh, I need a fizzy Fanta. And then I think we had some Starburst or something, because I didn't have much energy. No, it wasn't a craving. But someone's just like, give her a bit of sugar, because my energy was so low, because you don't really feel hungry when you're in labour, well, I don't. And then anyway, once I started on that gas and air, because I've only ever had gas and air as painkillers throughout my labours. I'd never taken gas and air before. Now, I'm a girl that grew up Like, I didn't take anything bad. I didn't smoke, didn't do drugs, didn't do anything like that. So when I started on this gassinet, my body was not used to anything foreign. I breathed in this stuff.
Let's just say it made the pregnancy a lot more complicated than it was.
I felt like, oh my gosh, I was like, I felt like my body sunk into the chair.
I had to talk to Ella like she was my you.
I felt like my limbs went heavy, and I thought, oh my gosh, my body doesn't like this stuff. And I was just like, oh my gosh, my face has gone numb, and my arms are heavy.
You've never seen a show like the Ella Show.
My legs are heavy. I was just like, oh babe. Yeah, basically like that. It was quite dramatic, I think. Although I don't think I'm the most dramatic woman in labour.
Sorry, what?
I'm not.
Oh, not in... Sorry, no.
Not in labour.
Not in labour, just in life.
So, anyway. But then as soon as I think I could hear the nurse in the distance kind of saying, don't worry,
cool, sweet voice.
It's just your body getting used to the gas in it. And then once my body kind of got a bit used to it, I think I threw everything up that I'd just eaten. And I tend to throw up in labour. And I just was on the gas and air to the point that Tim was like, right, babe, stop the gas and air now, because up until the point of taking the gas and air...
I had to put the tone on and everything.
Because we had like... I think we were quite... Oh yeah, because Tim was obviously there supporting me through the labour. And babe, what was he doing? He was like holding me. I was holding you,
I was rubbing your back, or whatever you needed at the time. I think, to be fair to it, it's just so bad, but as I look along the labours, it just gets less and less, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, no, it doesn't.
The support?
Basically, yeah, I have to film now.
Yes, because I want them filmed. So I'm like,
basically,
don't worry, I want them filmed.
But the funny thing is, you get other people saying like, oh, how can you not help? I'm saying, listen to me. If I don't film this, I am dead. So let me film and you do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, so like my mum was there in that one, but usually as well, when Tim is my labour partner, I have to behave well. And he's like, babe, stay focused, come on, you can do this. Where I want to be like, oh, I can't do it. Oh my gosh, it hurts so much. And he's like, focus, babe, focus, you can do it. Whereas when my mum comes, I can just go, Mummy, help me.
Then it all goes soft, like proper soft.
But anyway, so with Heze's labour, Tim was there holding me, and we had a really good, like, we're focused. But then on the gas and air, I just lost all focus. And yeah, basically he had to be like, right, stop the gas and air now, because I was just going off into la la land and not even wanting to push, not wanting to do anything, just wanting to just lay there and be like, oh, I can't do anything. So not a good idea when you're in labour to not do anything. Anyway, no. I got transferred
I remember one time you literally went, oh, can I just sleep now? Like, I swear it was when like Heze's head was out. I was like, can I go to sleep? No, you can't go to sleep. You got no.
So the gas in it doesn't take the pain away, but it just puts you in this weird, puts me in this weird place. So yeah, and then I got transferred to the pool. Were they like, are you gonna get in as well? You're like, hey, no.
I ain't getting in that. I like swimming at the best of times. No, I'm joking, but I ain't getting in.
That was never the plan anyway.
I ain't trying to.
Yeah, so he's saying all the muku. Basically, stuff comes out when you're in labour, and then the midwives are so good and they're so discreet. But I was so scared of pooing myself, and I blatantly did.
Yeah, something like that. Like, it's just so minging, but. It is what it is. It's the process, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So you allow for it, but yeah, them midwives. Shout out to midwives, because you do some stuff. Yeah. yeah, you do a lot. So yeah, basically with Heze, it was quite a slow pushing process. I remember Tim filmed it, like the hair. You can see all this like hair coming out, and then it was like a big. It's a toupee.
Like the pressure that I felt, oh my gosh, because this was my first, obviously, labour, and the pressure that I felt, oh my gosh, it's like a bowling ball coming out of you. It's just mad. You just feel like the whole bottom half of your body is coming out of itself. It's just crazy. And the heaviness is just immense. And I was just like, what on earth? And she was just like, don't worry, it's all the pressures, because your baby's going to be here soon. You're going to see your child soon. And that's what kind of spurs you on. So, but then when I was pushing Heze out, I knew his head was kind of coming. And then the contraction went.
Oh, right, okay.
And then you can only push when there's a contraction. And then I was like, I could feel him going back up a bit, and I was like, he's
Oh,
going
yeah,
back
you
up.
started getting bummy, didn't you?
Yeah, and she's like, no, don't worry, he's not going back in, he's coming up.
He's like-
But on the film, I can blatantly see he didn't go up again, but
Yeah,
it was
but
like,
they've got to tell you that.
Yeah.
Because they got to just
it
keep
looked like
you
he was
positive.
going in again a little bit. But
Yeah.
then on the next push, you're just like, just make sure on the next contraction,
Yeah.
you just push really hard for me, all your energy. Yeah, and once their head is out, then the shoulders and everything else just goes.
Yeah, it literally came out. And I remember, and then from then, like, you know, he came out, and at this point, Heze was the only baby we didn't find out whether it was going to be a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
So when he came out, like, my mum was like, "You've got a son!"
Because I was crying, Tim was crying, my mum was crying, my dad was crying, and then your mum was like,
Yeah, and then my mum was like, "Oh, Tim, you've got a son," and I was like, because literally, when I tell you no lie, when the baby came out, Heze came out, I totally forgot it was going to be a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
I just thought a baby.
yeah.
Literally, like on the first one, I just totally forgot. And then when she said you got a son, I was like, oh my day! It was a mad
I guessed
feeling,
right for
mad
Heze. I'd
feeling.
always thought Heze was a boy. And yeah, it was just amazing. Like Tim said, we weren't even thinking it's a boy or a girl. It was just like, oh, here's our baby. And it was just the most beautiful feeling in the world. And then I was just in love forever. Again.
And now he's that kid that you see on it.
Yeah,
so very funny, man. But that is the story of Heze's labour. Yeah, Heze's labour, isn't it?
Heze's labour.
Yeah. So, guys, stick with us through the next few. Obviously, we've only got a couple of weeks to go till we find out what it's going to be.
Oh, and I was going to update you. So far, I think it was on my 13 and 14 week update. I'd said, let me know whether you think it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
I've only taken people's votes from the comments that week. And so far, I think it's like 33 think it's a boy versus 3 who think it's a girl.
So we're heavily team boy.
yeah. You're all rooting boy. But yeah, as long as it's a healthy baby.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta say.
As long as it's a healthy baby boy. Sorry, yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll love you whatever you are, Bubba.
Of course we will.
So thank you so much for watching. If you have liked my 18-week pregnancy update, then please do hit that like button, give us a thumbs up, and of course comment in the comments box below. And if you haven't subscribed already and you want to hear more from us, please do subscribe and turn on your notifications button so you know when we put a new video out.
Yeah.
Oh, like that. There we go.
We can be in
Is it even in the... I want both of us in it. There you go.
Anyway, so
see you later,
guys, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine.
So a couple of weeks from now is when we find out the gender of the baby. So watch out, because we are going to be putting our gender reveal and you guys are going to find out just at the same time that we do. So watch out for that one. Keep your eyes peeled.
I'm very nervous.
See you later.